Hello, friends of the internet community. I am here today to show you some Christmas presents I've been working on, and they're all pretty huge, so they've taken me a long time, but I wanted to show you guys, and yeah, we'll get into it. So basically, I've been making tiles for some of my really good friends. I had three really good friends, three weddings that I was attending or in the past 2 years, and they were all my best friends in the world. So I wanted to commemorate those days. I know you may have seen last year I did a lot of wedding ornaments as well, and some of these are for the same couples, but I liked their weddings and they were fun, so I wanted to commemorate them again. So this first one is for my friends who just got married this past September, and they got married actually at Disney World. It was a lot of fun, and this was the first tile that I attempted. I was doing different layers. The idea was to try and make it look like they were dancing in a spotlight, and I poured the black glitter a little bit too soon, and it started to spread, and I had all kinds of issues trying to dam it up and make sure it didn't move, but in the end I think it turned out pretty good. So I made the background kind of purple because the picture was tinged purple because that's what the lighting was like at the venue. And the sprinkles or glitter in the background, I used a lot of tinsel glitter and kind of bigger pieces because they had this big confetti bomb that went off at the end of the reception that was really fun and nobody quite expected it. So it's supposed to look like the confetti's falling behind them. And then I just felted it with this black glittery felt, which I thought kind of went well, and it's ready to go. The second one I did was for my friend who got married last year, and I did kind of a vintagey thing. She really liked one of the steampunk pieces that I had made, and so I made it a little bit more, it's not quite steampunk, it's more vintage, antique-y feeling, and I put this kind of gold, sparkly, transparent background. The cameras having a really hard time focusing because they're too shiny. But if you can see that, I kind of custom mixed a color to put in the background. And I like how this one turned out a lot. It says love there. I tried to Sharpie it on, but it wasn't quite opaque enough, so I went over it with black nail polish, and unfortunately that took away some of the intricacy of the writing because my handwriting is not good. And this one I felted on the back with this kind of embossed felt. I thought that was really pretty. And then for the last tile, these were two friends that got married last year as well. And they, the girl is my really good friend, and she actually really likes steampunk, so I tried to throw in some more of the like antique-y feeling stuff to make it a little bit more steampunk. And it's just supposed to look like they're laying on the grass. And so that's why I did the kind of sparkly green background. And this was another instance where I put the glitter down, and I think I put it down too early because it started to spread a little bit too much. So you can see like it spread over some of the pieces a little bit more than I had wanted it to, but it's okay. It's a little transparent right now because I haven't felted the back yet, which I will be doing probably today. And then I gotta get some eye screws into it and the chain, and it'll be all done. So that's that. The last gift I made was a trinket box for my really good friend, and it's all casted and everything. I just need to glaze it and it'll be done. So this is the lid, and it's hard to tell because it hasn't been glazed yet, but it's actually a kind of dark sparkly green. You can tell a little bit more on the inside. See, it's like sparkly green. And I just need to glaze this whole top of it so it'll be nice and shiny. And same thing for the inside, I just need to glaze it so it'll be nice and shiny. But I put these kind of aqua, I guess, colored pearls on the inside, and I laid this transparency of a flower so that it kind of shows through. And the bottom of it is kind of this deep aqua blue. And I really like this color. This took about like 5 different pigments to mix this color. But I like the result. It's really pretty. And I think I was worried about making it too dark because I didn't want the flower to not show up. And I think I got just the right mix. So yeah, that just needs to be glazed and it'll be finished. And the last thing I made is not really a present. I guess I just made it for myself. If you're subscribed to my beauty channel, you'll know that I subscribe to a lot of subscription services, like beauty subscription services where they send you boxes every month. And those boxes come in handy because that's basically what I use to store my craft supplies. I use them in my bathroom to organize my soaps and things. But it's gotten to the point where I have boxes that I have no use for. And I have this weird thing that I don't know if anybody else has, where if I have a box, I can't throw it away. I feel like I'm going to need it for something. So I just started having these boxes pile up. And I thought, let me try and decorate one of them. And that's what I did. And it's sort of a mermaid treasure box type of thing. This was a Sample Society box, which was a little bit bigger and deeper than, like, say, a Birchbox, but it's still just kind of made of sturdy cardboard. So for the lid, this is the first thing I did was the lid. I just took these black circles of clay and I dusted them with different pigments and I started laying them one on top of the other to make it look like fish scales. And then I kind of taped up the side with packing tape and poured resin over the whole thing so that it would have this kind of, oops, sorry camera, it would have this kind of underwater feel. And then because that creates a very jagged edge, I covered up the edges with some more of the pigmented clay and just glazed those. And I like how they're all kind of iridescent. You can see that. Some of them color change and some of them don't, but they're all kind of have an iridescent hue to them. And then I put this bail on the front here, and I glued a little padlock just for show. I just thought it would look pretty to make it look like it had a lock, which obviously it doesn't because it's a cardboard box. Then on the inside of the lid, I painted everything. I mixed black glass paint with some gold pigment, and it made this kind of antique-y gold color, and I brushed that on to give it kind of a wood grain feel. And I poured a thin layer of resin on the inside of the lid and put down these little crystal chips and these starfish and fish that I had from a mold that I got from IKEA. And I just kind of embedded those in there so that it looks like they're kind of sitting in a tide pool was the idea. But you can see how shiny the gold is, and I love that because it just kind of shines at different angles. So I thought that turned out really cool. And yes, this lid is pretty heavy. You would not know this was just a cardboard box because it's pretty heavy. And then for the bottom, I kept it very simple. I'm actually considering going back and doing a little bit more. I think I might paint this part of the box because it just looks too plain. So I think I might paint that with some more glass paint and a pigment. I haven't decided yet. But I just covered the bottom in this blue pearl clay. And it looks pretty plain like that, but when the lid is on, it kind of just adds a little bit more dimension to the bottom of the box. So I liked that. But I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and paint this part of it, I think. And then for the inside, I just brushed it all with the black gold antiqued pigment paint, whatever you want to call it. And I made this little section. This is just black clay that I painted with the pigments. And I glued it down and then laid a thin layer of resin over the bottom to, again, just kind of give it that underwater feel. And I like that it has like a more solid feel on the bottom. And it helped to hold the clay in place so that's not going to break off too easily because the clay's kind of thin, but it's still pretty sturdy in there. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really proud of this box. This has taken me literally a week. I started it last Sunday. And other than painting the bottom of it, I think I'm pretty much done because I'm just going to keep adding things to it if I don't stop. I kind of want to go in on the top and maybe add in some gems or something just to jazz it up even more, but I haven't decided quite yet. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the tiles, especially. Those, I've been having a lot of fun doing those, and I like that they're a little bit different, that, you know, they're not the typical kind of like sticker tile that you see. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just didn't want to do that for my friends who are adults. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will hopefully be back soon with some more stuff. Thanks, guys.